All right, Matthew here from MiniWargaming.com, and this is a sit and talk in Valhalla. This is Friday morning. We've been here since Monday evening. Had a tremendous time, played tons of games. I'm out of breath a little bit because there's like a bajillion stairs in this place. And you go up to the gaming room and up even higher to the crow's nest and down to the basement to the gaming areas and the pool and then up more stairs to the hot tub. And the air is thinner up here. I'm used to much closer to sea level. So excuse me if I'm a little out of breath for the first couple minutes of this. Anyways, instead of printing off the comments, I've got my handy iPhone here. And no, we're not affiliated with Apple at all. They did not pay me to say that, not that they would need me to. They're a rather large company. So I've got all the comments. As looks like the last comment was posted 12 hours ago. And so I think I'll be able to get through all of them in an hour because there's only about 40 or 50 comments. Now, just like I always say, just as a warning, first off, this one's not going to get posted until like Monday, probably, maybe even Tuesday. But questions are about anything, business, wargaming, sometimes even topics of religion come up. So if you're easily offended by that, then just don't watch the sit and talks. Go watch all our other videos. We don't really talk about religion in those, except for, you know, like 40K, the warp, and all their stuff right there. And Protectorate of Menoth and all their stuff and all that. So it doesn't really matter. Hi, Chung.
Can I crash your show?
Sure. Just don't kick the glass of water.
Hi guys. How you doing?
Chung's here.
I'm here. Big. What you talking about?
Nothing yet. I don't really talk about anything on these. I just kind of.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me! Come on.
I just answer all these comments. Yeah. So there we go. Like for example, we have James M7470 who says, "Hi Matt, I just want to let you know that a while ago when I was thinking about getting back into 40K, I stumbled upon Dan and your bat rep videos on YouTube, which inspired me to get started back into the game. Thank you. I play Necrons. I've been meaning to ask what your opinion of the Necron Lich Guard with dispersion shields are, particularly the ability to deflect enemy fire. I, for one, think the ability is pretty cool, but I've never seen it in a game. It is a kind of a rare occurrence where the Lich Guard would be forced to roll his or her invulnerable save from enemy fire and also be within 6 inches of an enemy unit. Actually, it's not very rare, because think about it. You got these guys, and first off, I don't take them for the reflection thing. I take them for the 4+ invulnerable, so you can just kind of walk them out front. But if you think about one of the most common things that an assaulting thing does, which is assault, it gets overwatched. Well, a lot of times in the squad of whatever you're overwatching, we'll have something like a plasma pistol or a melta or something like that. Flamers. And well, flamers won't matter as much because it won't ignore their 3+ armor. Has to be things that are at least AP 3. And so you'll get all those. And so as you're slugging into combat, the things that could actually really hurt them, they could possibly deflect back. So I've actually seen it happen on more than one occasion. So it's kind of fun.
Isn't it kind of cool though, how you guys, make videos and encourages people to get back into the game? Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to hear that. Yeah, for sure.
Wow, you got a lot of questions. I'm gonna go.
All right. See you, Chung. Yeah. Okay. Also, being from a computer science background, I cannot help to point out that when one clicks on the forum tab, the font changes. Yeah, I just recently myself recoded that. And I do understand that you're supposed to have the contrast, repetition, alignment, and proximity, so the CRAP guidelines, as you say, specifically go against repetition. Have you noticed this on your site? Yes. That's something I got to fix. The trick, though, is that although the site looks like, everything goes together, it's all actual different components. Like the forum runs on its own software. The area where we post videos runs on its own software. The store runs on its own software. And so it's not just an easy copy and paste to get the header to work properly somewhere else. And so there's a lot of CSS and styling that we have to work with. So I quickly did the one for the forum because I finally wanted to make it look like the rest of the site, but there are still some minor tweaks to do. Big Gaz J, Matt, you could do a live sit and talk with the people who will be at Valhalla, kind of like a group discussion. Well, we're not going to do a live one here, that's for sure. The internet is pretty crappy. I've got some Wi-Fi there that cuts out a lot. Once you're on it, it's okay. So you'll see plenty of Valhalla people in videos if you haven't already. Ice Cool, hi Matt. We're all proud, like when you talked about what does the fox say, because I'm Norwegian. I wish to see more X-Wing bat reps. Thank you for your great show and the mini wargaming material, mate. Says, what does the fox say by a Norwegian guy? That's what I'm getting the implication from what you said here. So, more or less relevant. You really do enjoy food. I do, I really do. Regarding rap, have you listened to A Tribe Called Quest? No, I don't really listen to music, like at all. Like, I hear music and I can appreciate it, but I don't really listen to music casually, like at all. Here's one of their songs about their health-conscious dietary choices. All right, well, we'll be clicking there. So, karate. Being happy and sad as your kids really grow up is really true. While I miss them being tiny, I don't miss changing diapers. I enjoy my kids developing independence, they're 6 and 10, and can finally do their things on their own. But I also miss them being dependent and being more involved. Usually though, the new experiences they are moving into overshadow what is lost, and that's what is great about raising kids. I agree. I look forward to them being older so I can do all sorts of other stuff, but at the same time, I don't necessarily want to wish away this time because, well, they're super cute. So, yeah. How super cute are they? Well, you saw the last sit and talk, but I've got my phone right here, so I don't just go to photos, and just like a dad should do, I should find one. I'm not sure how well you can see that, but there's my son. You can't really see that very well. Oh, there we go. And there's my daughter. Come on, focus. There we go. So yeah, who knows how well you'll be able to see that. So back to the comments. Okay. All right. Destructor. Hey man, I'm wondering what are the names of the little shirt mounted mics you guys use? These ones I'm using? These are Sennheiser G3. Hold on, let me check the back of it. Sennheiser EW100 G3. So Sennheiser EW100 G3. They're expensive, so I've got to worry about that. Pewsplosions. Hey Matt, I thought I'd respond about the HeroClix support. They actually did stop making them a while back, but people kept playing. So they started making them and are supporting tournaments and such again. Been a few years. There's even HeroClix Online and Tab app for iPad and such. They actually support it really well now with sponsored tournaments and events and stuff. For example, they had an 8-month-long, 1 per month event where participants would get the Infinity Gauntlet resource miniature, then each month after would get one of the gems. Winners would also get LE limited edition figures. It was really fun. Seems like pre-painted mini games die off quickly, even the World of Warcraft miniature game didn't last. And I never really understand why, when a large portion of the miniature community do not get past the primer step of their painting. Anyway, thanks for allowing me to be a Vault member. Love the videos, keep them coming. I think I know why. I'm pretty sure this is correct as well. It's because of the amount of dedication that other games require. Now, the advantage of pre-painted games is that they're easy to get into. Like, look at Star Wars X-Wing and how quickly that exploded. If those were miniatures that had to be assembled and painted, I have a funny feeling it wouldn't have grown nearly as much as it did. Now, having said that, because you're not required to assemble and paint your miniatures, it basically, it takes away the sorry, I'm being distracted here for a second. Somebody's saying something behind me. It takes away how much you get into it. It's the dedication that you have to it, and so then you're more likely to leave it if something else comes up. So I think that's the main reason. I'm just going to check the sound. It looks like it's off. 1 second. Nope, we're good. Just looked like it was cutting out a lot. So I think that's what it is. I think that it's just the dedication required, that once you get into the hobby, even if you're not painting everything, you're still like, there's still more to it. But at the same time, it keeps people out because of the investment of money and time. So it's a bit of both. The pre-painted, you can get more people into it, but just like board games and other things, people will then transition away from it. And that's fine. That's fine. That's just the nature of the market. All right. And then he says, this is still Pewsplosions. Anyway, thanks for allowing me to be a Vault member. Love the videos, keep them coming. Thank you for being a Vault member. Rooks Hunter. Matt, I agree Dawn of War multiplayer was kind of stinky, but the single player campaign was awesome. Dark Crusade, in my opinion, was one of the best real-time strategy games made. Speaking of Dawn of War and 40K games, you guys talk about Dawn of War deployment or some such. What is that? I play Worm Hordes, not 40K. Dawn of War deployment is just where you deploy on each side 12 inches in. That's just the type of deployment. There's 3 types. You have your table. You have Dawn of War, which is just the 12 inches on each side. You've got, I can't remember the other ones are called, but there's one where there's a diagonal line and you deploy on either side of the diagonal line. And then there's the long table edge, so you're deploying on the 12 inches on either side. So those are the 3 deployment types. Rooks Hunter on another question. Why don't you kickstart Dark Potential? Oh, we will. But we have to be willing, or we have to be ready to put our time and energy into it as well, which we're not ready yet to do because we're just too busy with other things. You can't just kickstart something. It's not just the money that we're lacking, although that's a big part. It's also just the time to do it too. Because I don't want to like forsake the other part of the business that's bringing in the money right now. Sketh, thanks for the response, Matt. By the way, the name is how you normally have said it, not the weird way you did the second time, LOL. I said Sketh last time. Nice to know your opinion on the individual Halo games. I too didn't enjoy Halo 2 as much as 1 or 3, and I don't really put the multiplayer down as why a game is good. Story is best for that. Can't wait for Valhalla content. Good luck there. Only able to watch a few minutes of the video, so I might post later questions or comments as the weekend goes on. Miso. Agree the point of Elder Scrolls is missed by turning it into an MMO. I couldn't get into Morrowind at all. Half-Life games are the best games ever. There were some more rumors on Half-Life 3, which is why I asked. Valve registering domain names, etc. Maybe for the release with the Steam box. Check it out. Well, I'm not sure what all the rumors are, but if it's just registering domain names, like, you can register a domain name as soon as you have an idea that costs like $5. So I'm not sure how much that will tell you. Of course, they're going to. It's just obvious that they're eventually going to do Half-Life 3, but it could be in 10 years or it could be in a year. We just don't really know. Miso. Matt, I think I asked you before, but I can't remember what you said. Do you ever wish you did or want to do more mainstream geek content? For example, focusing on board games or computer games or movies? You said in the last vid you want to do more of these more bespoke games. The YouTube channels that cover the other content seem to have a lot more reviews and require less investment. In other words, no models, etc. I'd love to see you branching out in more Let's Plays, not just mainstream ones, but games such as Guns of Icarus, which I think you'd like. I do actually want to branch out into that. I think we're in a niche here with wargaming. You know, there's a bigger market for board games, and at the same time, there's less money in that, because if you think about it, a wargamer spends lots of money. And so the chances of you converting those people over to like a subscription membership are higher because they're already putting a lot of money into the hobby, and so what's an extra few bucks a month? Whereas you go to the board game market, and these people are just, who knows, they could be casual, they could be hardcore. So I'm not sure if it'll translate simply, there's 10 times as many viewers, so we'll make 10 times as much money. I don't think it'll be that way. But I do agree that it's a good thing to look at. And it's something that we'll probably eventually do. Just like I said before, we have to not spread ourselves too thin. We've got a lot that we're doing right now. And, yeah, I think one day we'll do that. King Charles 803, why you and other guys do battle reports at Black Knight Games? I think that is a location everybody get to then post the battle reports at mewargaming.com. Well, Black Knight Games is a good 45 minutes to an hour away from where we live, so it's a bit of a drive. For Jay, however, he comes all the way from Guelph. He takes an hour and a half to commute into Mini Wargaming, but Black Knight Games is halfway there. So it makes sense for him. And then Owen, it's a little bit further to go to Black Knight Games, but so yeah, you're gonna be seeing a lot more there. Fabian, I may be standing near you at Valhalla if you read this comment on Sit and Talk at Valhalla. If so, can I wave to myself? Of course, Davian. Don't think you're awake yet, though. It is 10:20 in the morning, so I don't feel bad doing this without you being awake. And then Fabian says, so if Justin posts all your content, does that make him the Mini Wargaming poster boy? I guess it does. Furby, the Fox video is stupid. Well, it's your typical viral video. The reason it's viral is because it's stupid. Guess Kuron, hey Matt, a bit of a boring question, but does Mini Wargaming have an RSS feed? I think we do. I think I set one up before. Try miniwargaming.com/RSS. You might see it there. Skidmark, hello. The leagues are a great game. It really does draw people in. Thanks for the tips on recording videos. You make a great mentor even without being a mentor. Well, thank you. Baron. Hi Matt, really enjoying the Mini Wargaming site. I stumbled across some bat reps on YouTube, and that got me interested enough to become a Vault member. Awesome. I've never played a tabletop war game. Up until now, I've only played computer games like Dawn of War and such. I'm really interested in 40k lore, though, and the best source I found was Lexicanum. Could you suggest some other sources, maybe your favorite 40k books or something? Oh, last but not least, if you were to do a Let's Play of Dark Crusade, I would be ecstatic. Keep up the great work. I've barely read any of the 40k books. I just finished the Ravener series like 2 days ago here at Valhalla, which I thought was really good. So I don't know what to suggest. I know there's tons of fiction. There's tons of books that you can read and get more into the lore that way. And of course there's the rule book and the codices, the codices, because they cover some of the fluff as well, although a bit more like an overarching kind of thing rather than a lot of details. So I would try that. I would try some of the rule books, and then just the Dan Abnett books. That's the author of the one I just read. He seems to be pretty good, so, and apparently everybody likes him. So check that out. The Eisenhorn series, Ravener series, the Gaunt's Ghost series are apparently highly recommended. Probably going to try the Gaunt's Ghost series next. 3266, hey Matt, thank you for the reply. Keep up the great work. So Dark Potential, question 1, would you do a zombie race? Not in Dark Potential. Dark Potential is supposed to be a little more realistic, since zombies aren't really realistic. But Dave wants to do zombies, and so we've always thought it would be fun to do an alternate universe where it's like Dark Potential with zombies. So everything's just zombified. So instead of the virus killing everybody, it turns them all into zombies. So you have all the same races, but then you add zombies into everything. So it'd be kind of fun. Question 2, in an animal race, then you will have 6 armies. Animal race is one of the planned ones for the far, far future. And question 3, are you doing Dawn of War 2 for next online game, or maybe make random one like Blood Bowl? I don't have any plans for that. It's not a regular content thing I want to do. It's just that Space Hulk came out and I wanted to play through it, so it was a good excuse to do that. The Dice Sanctuary. Hey Matt, marketing question for you. First things first, I'm in grade 11 in Vancouver, British Columbia, and I am planning on opening up my own gaming and hobby store. I am taking marketing and accounting right now to get myself prepped for the store. I'm enjoying both courses, by the way. Marketing especially because you learn to identify tips and tricks about your target market and consumers. Anyway, I was contemplating about taking courses in post-secondary school, a retail marketing certificate and an accounting assistant certificate. I have asked my teachers about these courses and they said it would be good for my business. However, I'd like another point of view. Do you think doing post-secondary education and getting both certificates are necessary for opening up a hobby or gaming store? Thanks, Matt. Well, see, I did all my business without any of the education. I learned a lot from my dad, who's been an entrepreneur. It's not necessarily something I would suggest, though. There's been a lot of times where I've wished that I had marketing background and all that, rather than just trying to have to figure it out myself. So I would say that some post-secondary education would be good. I don't know how much I would say though, because I didn't take any, so I don't really know how good it is and what would have helped me. I just know that something would have helped me to have gotten a head start. Instead I've had to learn everything the hard way, which is by experience. Mickey Levy. Movie ratings in Canada. Australia makes the news a lot because it's kind of messed up video game rating system. But on the other hand, we have a very good movie rating system, ranging from G to PG to M to MA to R to X. And almost everything seems like a logical fit. Sounds vaguely like Canada has a similar system, but movies aren't consistently put into the most appropriate category. It's more that it's like PG and 14A just, I don't know, it takes a lot to get something into the 14A category. And then it's kind of like a scale. It's like G is a small little thing. It's to get the G, you have to definitely be really family friendly. And then PG is a large one. Like if it's PG, then you know it's pretty much safe, usually. And then 14A is this big scale. It goes from like it's safe to like really not that good stuff. And so it's hard to judge as soon as it hits the 14A thing. You know, it hits 18A and R, then you know it's going to be bad. But that's the unfortunate thing. It just doesn't really give you any good indication. Hey, Dan.
Sorry, Dad.
Hi, Matt.
Hey, that's okay. People are just arriving. I set it by the entrance, so it's my fault. All right. Mickey Levy, hi Matt. About your comments about being limited to one army in Infinity, you're absolutely right that being a new player, that is precisely what you should do. The rule system is quite complex until you're confident and used to it. It would be best to keep your subset of special rules and equipment limited. Once you start branching out into other armies and forces, you'll find that, like War Machine, the number of rules and abilities and pieces of equipment you need to memorize will just snowball. Added to this, each faction already has quite a distinct set of playstyles, and changing between multiple factions or even sub-factions can really throw you for a loop. I've been playing Infinity for a year now, and I'm still making multiple rules errors in every game. My only crumb of comfort here is that my opponent is no better. It's true. Well, that's true for a lot of games. You usually want to stick to one army while you're learning the game. Like even 40K, which is simpler in its special rules than games like Infinity and War Machine. But yeah, you want to stick to one army. I'm going to stick to the my Acontecimiento army until I probably have about 500 points. Got some stuff being painted right now that'll bring it up, and then I'll play a few more games with that, and then either switch to another sectorial army of Pan-Oceanian, or switch to Aleph because I already have a couple hundred points of that was sent to me from Corvus Belli. So we'll see. Eltharian. Thanks for these sit and talks, Matt. They're actually very interesting. One thing I've been wondering, what's happening with Dark Potential? I've answered this before, but I'll give you a quick rundown. It's on hold because I never intended to actually get it to a full game and fully developed with tons of miniature production. I just intended to get a few miniatures done. And so we just weren't ready yet to do it. So it's on the back burner. We do have every intention of actually developing it, but I would expect to wait at least another year, maybe even 2 before we do it. It just all depends. Maybe we'll do it sooner, but it's hard to say. As a professional but employed game developer myself, I found your courage to start a whole system of your own very inspiring. Crazy, more like it. Would you be willing to share how that is going and what your future plans are? There, that's what it is actually. Future plans are to do it. Kraken and Dakin, hey Matt, I had a few questions about what to buy for Tyranids. I currently have a squad of Termagants, squad of Hormagaunts, Carnifex, 3 Tyranid Warriors, a Lictor, Trigon, Moloch, and Hive Tyrant, and of course Spore Mines, which are useless. What should I add to my army? You definitely need Termagants. And then if you don't have tons of termagants, get probably another 20 or 30 of them. I have about, you want around 70 or 80 termagants and 2 tervagons. So that's what you need. That's the obvious next choice for your army. Hive Guard will be good as well. Zone Throps will be good. So yeah. We've all heard the rumors about a Tyranny Codex in January, and would you guys be doing a NID-themed week? Yeah, we have it planned. By the way, I love these sit talks. I look forward to them every Friday. Thank you. Although this one won't be posted on the Friday. You guys are also doing a fantastic job with your business. Keep up the great work. Senadar, random question for you. A while back, you asked Vault members for feedback on why you joined, etc. I was curious what others had to say about Mini Wargaming if you were planning on posting this anywhere. Yep, the testimonials, I'm going to be compiling them, all the videos and all the written ones, and so you'll be able to see those. Eldred 101, Matt, you are awesome. And what's your favorite animal? Well, thank you. I don't have a favorite animal. I don't like having pets. I used to have pets. Grew up with pets and like having dogs. And I always liked that, but as an adult it was hard with the little kids. Even without little kids. So, yeah. You going out? Bye.
I won't kiss you, but I'll say hello.
This is Farah. That's Dave's wife. Have fun.
We will.
Don't spend too much money.
We don't have a whole lot left.
All right. That's their vacation. Shopping. Anyway. Probably have lip gloss on now. So favorite animal? I don't know. What animals are cool? I don't really have a favorite animal, I'm sorry. If I had to pick one, a bear keeps coming to mind. I don't know why though. Kittens, they're cute. Talking fun, Matt, well, just curious if you think about doing your sign off after a sit and talk or another video, or is it all muscle memory now? It's mostly muscle memory now. Eldred 101, Matt, do you play Clash of Clans? Nope, I haven't heard of it. And if you don't, then you should get it on your phone, and you should join my clan. With 3 people and Dylan's the man. Now it's 6 people. Daco Trillar. Hey, I just tried to download the latest version of Dark Potential Rules, and it looks like their link is broken. Yeah, we had an issue with that. I gotta find it. Everything was hosted in Dropbox, and it looks like it might have accidentally got deleted. I have a backup of it. I just have to get it up. Would it be possible to have the rules uploaded again? Yes, I will be doing that. Grimlock. Matt, do you see your kids playing 40K or some other game when they get older? I'll definitely introduce it to them, and then if they like it, we'll play it. Rick Sunter. Matt, if/when we ever meet in real life, I will buy you lunch. Well, thank you. Dave too, if he's around. I looked for a mini wargaming booth at Gen Con so I could meet you guys, but didn't see one, so figured you weren't attending. But then I saw the Gen Con video. Next time you aren't eluding me, I will buy you food. And maybe play some War Machine if you have the time. Yeah, we kind of went incognito there. Like, we were making videos and stuff, we weren't trying to hide, but we didn't really tell anybody we were going, just because we were trying to just go and experience it. We are planning on attending Adepticon next year, and probably Gen Con again, but we'll see. As well as Valhalla, and Apocalypticon, of course. Lord Raptor. How far down are we? Oh, we're actually getting close to the bottom. Hi Matt, have you guys thought of doing a bat rep style similar to sports commentary? Privateer Press put a couple of videos up on YouTube and I thought they did it really well. Oh, I didn't know they did. I'll have to check that out. Sports commentary, well, isn't that kind of what we do already with the voiceover? Or you must be in something else then. Librarian the Blind. I'd like to see an introduction video on the Hobbit strategy battle game rules, but I know that would be too costly, because perhaps you could do a cheap one while we mini wargaming fans are listening to this sit and talk. Keep up the great work. Good work, he said. I turned it to great, sorry. Yeah, I do eventually want to get into that game, but it's hard. We're working on so many different games right now. We don't have a ton of employees working on all these battle reports, so we have to be careful what we decide to get into. Vanguard Sovereign. Hey Matt, I also was really disappointed in Dawn of War 2, and I'm hoping for a Dawn of War 3 that plays like the original. In the meantime, I have found some mods for Soulstorm that has given it some new life for me and my friends. Titanium Wars is great, and also the Ultimate Apocalypse is good as well. Have you tried either, and if you had, what are your thoughts? Keep up the good work. I actually haven't played Dawn of War 1, ever. So no, I haven't tried that, so no thoughts. Although people keep saying I should try it. Howling Wolf 1337, Matt, do you think a Google Glass or something similar might be handy in the future during banter bat reps and recording tournaments you play in? I doubt it. Might be handy as you have your hands free and can record everything of the day. Not that it is cheap yet. Yeah, but it won't be smooth recording, so I don't know. Not sure about that yet. Toejam Bob, hey Matt, October 25th or 24th for you. I'll be doing a speech on persuading people to start 40K. It's in front of around 8 people and hopefully it goes well. And again, can you guys terminate an account of mine? It's called the Toejam Bob, not this one. It was because for some reason this one wasn't working, but now it's fine. If you can just email the address of the account. Thanks. You can email support@miniwargaming.com and they can take a look at it. But we don't usually close accounts. You can just not use it. Crooks Hunter. Last comment, actually. Wow, only half an hour. And now for something completely different. Did you ever run into issues where players want to swear like sailors during a game, and how do you handle it? Not really. I do ask people to keep their, keep the vulgarity down, because we try to keep everything family friendly in our videos. But no, I actually haven't had that problem. I've been thinking about playing at stores more, and my old girl wants to go as well. She's tired of playing against Daddy. Problem is, here in the States, there is a much lower regard, respect for kids, and even if less if you are an adult who doesn't like swearing. Any suggestions for dealing with this? I don't know. I'm not sure how you would deal with that, except just get to know the players and stay away from the ones who do swear a lot, and just kindly ask. Most people are respectful. And if they're not, then they're jerks, and they should be respectful. So I would just ask, and just kind of approach it that way. So that was all of the comments. There wasn't as many this week, maybe because people know it's going to be Valhalla. I don't know. But like I said, if there aren't tons of comments on these, then I'll just start doing them every other week. Just whatever. I'm not going to pressure myself to always do these once a week. I did it here because, hey, I'm at Valhalla. I thought it'd be fun. And don't think Davian's up still. No. I just see Austin. I see Wargamer Girl. I see a bunch of other people. But no Thavian. So sorry, Thavian, but you were sleeping. It's like 10:34 now. So yeah, that's pretty late. 10:34 Utah time, so mountain time. Anyways, thanks for watching this. Of course, if you want your comment answered, make sure you post it in the comments below on miniwargaming.com, not on YouTube, because I print off the comments like there. I was just looking at all the comments on Mini Wargaming. And so make sure you do that. And as always, this is Matthew from Mini Wargaming. Happy Wargaming.